Hi guys, I'm going to do a little get ready with me makeup tutorial. I'll put the links of the makeup that I use in the description below. So here we are, makeup free. As you can see, I have some dark circles under the eyes. Haven't set that much. And so the main aim is to cover those. So I'm just going to start off with a bit of primer. And then I'll be using the MAC Pro Long Concealer under the eyes. I'm just going to put it on with a little brush and then use my beauty blender to rub that in. It dries quite quickly, so you do have to work reasonably fast, otherwise it won't blend. But we're not talking cement. This is also the first time I'm doing my makeup into the camera rather than into a mirror, so bear with me. So I like to just give myself a little outline of all the areas that I want to lighten, brighten or conceal. Oh, eyebrows in this is very tricky. I have to get the hang of that. Oh dear, I'm nowhere near it. I'll probably finish my eyebrows off camera. And then come back on. Okay. So, I've got my beauty blender. So I always do my chin. And around my top lip. Little line down the nose. Around the eyes. It really helps if you give yourself a good base for eyeshadow as well. Conceal under the eyes again. And the eyelid. Now these eyebrows, oh dear. Right, I don't think I'm going to be able to do them in this camera. That's fine. As I said, I'll finish them off camera and then come back on. Okay, so in terms of makeup, I've not gone for anything too expensive. This is the L'Oreal True Match in the colour, what colour are we? Cappuccino. Just pop a little bit onto my beauty blender. It's a really good foundation for people that don't like heavy makeup. I do like my skin to breathe. As you can see, that was just one drop of foundation and it's literally enough to do my whole face. And I'll just go over everywhere. So the areas where you've already put the concealer will be pre-lightened and brightened. So because it's only a light wear sort of foundation, it doesn't matter because you pre-concealed any areas that you wanted to cover. Just move that bit of hair there. And we will give that a little tap around the hairline. Afterwards I will tidy up my hairline. So we just want to generally cover most areas. It's important to get a nice match to the rest of your body as well. You can put it over your lips if you're wearing lipstick, and it can act as a sort of a base for your lipstick as well. Okay, now I'm going to add a lighter concealer just for the under eye areas at the moment. So this is L'Oreal Infallible, and yes, the colour is very light. I brought this by accident, and I thought I'd got a darker shade, and then I thought, well, I'm not wasting it now. I've got it, and I started to use it, and I did actually like what it did. We can add some depth and colour back in later with either bronzer or any other sort of powder. I do like the coverage on this one. It's not as thick as the matte concealer, so it's good for sort of a little light shine or a light shimmer. You can't, I wouldn't personally use that if I had sort of deep pigmentation problems, because the coverage isn't as good as, say, the MAC one. But for the purposes of just lightening and brightening, I think it works quite well. You can see my eyebrows aren't done. You don't really need to do them these days. Bushy eyebrows are in fashion, and you can just cover up with makeup. So you can see what I'm talking about in terms of the lightening and brightening effect around the eye. Really nice base for eyeshadows and for your powders to set on top. If you naturally have darker circles like me, and no, it's not necessarily because I'm tired, because I've had them since a child, you do find that cheaper concealers can sink into the shadows. So again, one tip I found with that is working quickly. I'm just going to use my banana powder. That's by, actually, let's see, Revolution. Try and set this a little bit. So I do the whole under eye. I'm not going to bake. By bake, I mean leave it on for a little while without brushing it off at this point. All I wanted to do was literally just to stop the under eye creasing. Okay. Next, I'm going to work on my eyebrows. So I'll be using, to be honest with you, I generally use a mascara brush. One of the cheaper ones, such as Rimmel, because they aren't very good for eyelashes, I find, because there's not a lot of product on the brush, but that's perfect if you get the thin ones for your eyebrows. For the purposes of today, I'm going to use a makeup brush. Okay. What I'll do is I'll do that into another mirror, because I will not be able to see very well into the camera. So this is just a Rimmel waterproof mascara. If you are going to use eyebrow pencils, eyebrow gels, eyebrow wands, please, I'm speaking from experience, use a waterproof one. You don't know what is going to be ahead in your day, particularly if you're going on holiday or something like that. The last thing you want is your eyebrows spilling, slipping, sliding down your face. we're just using light strokes with a thin brush. Don't want to overdo it. And then to neaten up, afterward, we'll just use a bit of concealer. So now I'm going to be using the Lasting Matte Concealer in a Mocha. I'm not quite sure which brand that is actually. If you do the top and the bottom, then you can just neaten up the line for your eyebrows. Just emphasizes them a bit. Okay. You can either use your finger or you can use another sort of brush. I'm going to use my finger, and you can just smooth that out. Some wipes nearby would be handy. I've just got a little towel further down. Okay, that will do for this point. And now, again, we spoke about setting, so I am going to just set that a little with a bit of banana powder. Okay. And then I am going to go for an eyeshadow. Let's see which eyeshadows I have nearby. Oh, I do like this palette. It's from George Asda. In fact, I really like this palette. I find the pigment's really strong. I'll buy makeup from anywhere. Cheap, expensive, it doesn't matter. What matters to me is how it looks. So I'm going to go for a brighter makeup. What should we do today? I'm only going into the town centre, so I will use this will do. And then I am going to just apply a bit of shimmer. A little bit below the lash line. in the corners there. Might put a tiny bit of just a lighter shade under the brow. Just to bring those colours together. Okay, so the face is looking a little bit washed out at the moment, but we will rectify that, bring some colour back. And I'm going to use a MAC Studio Fix powder. What colour is this in? NC46. And then we're going to be using a bit of a bronzer. This is also by MAC. Sun Powder it's called. Just adds a bit of warmth back in the face. I think I'm going to try something around the eyes. It may ruin things, but I'm willing to take the risk. No, I'm liking that. Okay, and just something a bit stronger on the actual eyelid. And this little blending brush is really nice because it just brings the two colours together. Ooh. Just put a little bit of a corally colour in there as well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so before I finish off the eyes, what I'm going to do, I think, is add some lips. Since we've gone for corally ready browns, I'm going to go for this Kiko Milano red. I'm not going to be putting any lip liner or anything on because I think the colour is quite good pigment in this as it is. Got MAC, a MAC blusher. That's Burnt Pebble. Okay. A bit more bronze. Get that skin glowing. Use a little bit under the eye as well, smooth that out a bit. Use your finger as well. And if you feel that you've over or underdone in any way, you can always go back and rectify. For example, let me just get you my MAC concealer. And we're going to double layer now. It's quite helpful to sort of define where the eyeshadow is going to finish. Okay, like so. You feel you've done a bit too much on the old under eye shimmer, you can do that as well. Makeup's like art, it's mouldable, you can play with it. In fact, let me just use my finger again. I mean, your finger is good for some bits, but if you can, stick to your beauty blender for areas like this. And the only reason why I'm not using mine is because I couldn't see it. There we are. It's a lot more of a dramatic look. Now the eye shadow is a lot more defined by simply just adding a bit more concealer to under the eye. As I said, you've got to work quite quickly with this MAC because it does dry quickly, particularly if you've got a powder underneath, as I do. The skin's a bit drier, so I'll just add a little bit more on. Sorry, I've developed like an on-camera cold out of nowhere. So again, with art, it's like where the light naturally hits your face. You know, those are the areas that you brighten. And just like when you're shading in art, you darken the areas where natural shadows would go. And that's how you get a more, to define your features more. In any areas with excessive under eye concealer, I will just pop a little bit of foundation. So by that I'm talking about the sides of my face. Just dab it in, and the Beauty Blender does what it says on the tin, blends it in. Particularly under the eye there, before I put back on the banana powder with this matte concealer, you want to make sure that you've got exactly how you want it, because that banana powder also does what it says on the tin and locks everything in. Okay. Sorry guys, just had to blow my nose and then redo my makeup around my nose. Oh dear. What a start, eh? Where has this cold come from? Just gonna blend that in a bit. Then just because I do like a dark eyebrow, I'm going to add a bit more back in there. And again, with your concealer, any little mistakes you make are erasable. Okay, now I'm going to use this Rimmel Scandalise eyeliner. In fact, no, what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of mascara first. Just to see what we look like without an eyeliner. Okay, a little bit of under eye mascara. It always makes a difference as well. Yeah, that's quite nice. I mean, at this point you can always add on a false lash. I will play with the liquid liner and just show you a more intense look as well. Sorry there, my battery died. So all I've done during that time is just added a little bit more lip gloss, a little bit more blush to both cheeks, and I've done the other eye and put my mascara. I thought just to show you, I'll put on the eyelashes as well. And this may not be the best method in doing it, but I just pop my glue onto a little board, run that across like so, because I don't want them falling off. And then I literally, oh, let me use the other mirror so I can see properly. Then I just put those behind my real lashes. And because I've already got the mascara on, I find it a lot easier to just press them on too. As you can see, I mean, false eyelashes, they do make a dramatic difference to your look. You go from standard sort of day look to a wow night glam look. Just done the same with the other lash. matching things up is also difficult. Okay. But all in all, I think that's all right. And then we'll just use our Fixing Spray by MAC. Ooh. So this literally sort of wets the face. Spraying it right. And then as it dries, you look like you've come out of the shower. Just sit back a sec there. Let the hair down while it's drying. Curly weave, I'll just fluff that out a bit. I will be doing another video on how I apply my lace. But I do like, I mean, this is quite a thinner hair, it's got a bit of product in, but I do like, prefer a slightly fuller look. Scrunching. I'm literally just going to play with this until it looks how I want it to. All while my makeup sets and dries. I might just bring it to one side, give the illusion of it being a bit fuller. And there we go, guys. This is me, ready for the day. Oh, if you like the video, please remember to press like, subscribe and notify. Thank you, bye.